Papadakis and Cizeron looking to add their name to that list. They are sitting in first after the short program.
Just a dramatic difference of how they take the ice.
Well, we said this was going to be a juxtaposition, right? So what was great is we've been treated to the back-to-back-to-back American teams.
That's true.
Now the top two teams, the difference between the Canadians and the French.
A study in contrasts.
Just to add to the intensity of this rivalry between the French and the Canadians, this year Tessa and Scott set a world record in the short dance. A week later, Papadakis and Cizeron responded with world records of their own in the free dance and total scores.
Well, you're watching a team do what they do best, and they do this style probably better than anybody else.
Elegant, effortless, ethereal.
And for me, this amazing strength is also one of the things that makes me wonder if Tessa and Scott overall aren't the strongest team because of the uniqueness of their presentation each time. But for this, my gosh, these guys, they know who they are and they know how to sell themselves.
They certainly do.
Gabriela Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron of France, two-time world champions in 2015-16. Tessa and Scott returned, claimed world gold. They ended up taking silver. They have not forgotten that.
Ask them to do Roxanne, and
I was just thinking the same
it's
thing.
not going to happen. Ask Tessa and Scott to do this, and they're going to get a lot closer to this, but that's not the conversation we're having.
No, that's
The
right.
conversation is comparing this to their Roxanne, and each team brings something special.
These guys have spent the last 3 years really
Honing.
perfecting this style to the point where you're absolutely right. They do this better than anybody else in the world. And it's so different to what Tessa and Scott do. So then it boils down again to the subjectiveness of it. If all the elements are beautifully skated, which they are by both teams, then which one connects the most with the audience and the judges?
Connects, yes,
It's
true.
it's such a tough one.
This
you know?
style for me, I might be wrong, this seems easier to showcase the skating and the extension and the connectivity of the two. And it's harder when you're playing characters as raw
That's right.
as they are, Tessa and Scott do. So what
Tessa
you
and
give, you
Scott
lose.
never take the easy path. They always go for something
Well,
different.
there are the Canadians watching because the French will need 117.80 to hand the Canadians their first loss since they've returned to competition, and they will get that 120.09,
Quite handily.
and you can see the smiles now.
Okay, so now we know that.
Well, they'll both come out of this competition knowing more about the others than when they went in. And it will be interesting to see how they take that information moving forward.
One to protect and one to get it back.
Exactly.
Well, they'll be heading back to the same rinks as well to train, both with the same coaches.
I don't think they share the ice